Hey, it's Harlan, and I'm back, and today I want to tell you something that I've learned from years and years of experience working with people who want to lose weight. Now, in my career, I have worked with tens of thousands of people who wanted to take the weight off and keep it off. And I've detected some patterns that I want to share with you that I call diet thinking. Just today, I saw an example in our Facebook group where someone said, It's 6 weeks and I've only lost 25 pounds. Now, this kind of thinking that I've only lost can be very, very destructive. Why is it so destructive? Because the person believes that they are supposed to lose weight at a certain time in a certain time frame, and if that doesn't happen, it's not working. Well, I can tell you that I've seen and I've heard this about every diet under the sun, and it always becomes it's not working. Not I need to change my thinking, I need to adjust my expectation, but it's not working. Now, if you're in our completely keto group for any length of time, you're going to see some amazing stories. People who have lost hundreds of pounds and kept it off for years by doing keto. But you know the expression, it didn't go on in a day and it's not going to come off in a day. So I'm going to urge you, for your own sake, to abandon these expectations of what your weight loss should be. And that if you don't lose the weight you expect to lose in a certain period of time, it means keto's not working. Okay. That's why I started you off with the imperative of stay off the scales. Getting on the scale is only going to frustrate you because you're going to go into this mindset of I'm not losing fast enough. Or if you do lose weight at the beginning and you're satisfied with your progress, and then all of a sudden, because weight loss is not linear, you plateau for a period of time, or what we say in keto is go into a stall, which could be that your body is readjusting to the changes and it may not move again significantly for a month, 2 months, or 3 months. Well, that's the norm. That's the way normal weight loss is. Your body isn't just going to start to lose weight and keep it up at the exact same pace because that's what you want. Sorry, it doesn't work that way. That's not the way the good Lord made our bodies. So I want to go over this and a couple of other things that people have expectations about themselves that I'd like to clear up right from the start. And one of the things that happens when someone has dieted and dieted again, they have accepted into themselves certain principles of what weight loss means. And one of the things that we'll see many, many times in the group, almost on a daily basis, is am I eating enough calories? Am I eating too many calories? This is back to the old ways of calorie counting. Now, the interesting thing is that counting calories is probably the most accepted way of weight loss. There's only one problem. In every single study of people who counted calories, it failed as a system for long-term weight loss. You see, the heart of counting calories is deprivation. You have to give up something. Yeah. Tell our mind we have to give up something, and immediately we inside say, no, we don't. I remember back in the days when I really was studying the weight loss industry and I subscribed to Weight Watchers magazine. And I saw that almost every ad in Weight Watchers magazine was about desserts and what you could have for this many points. And I realized that people were hoarding their points in order to get to a dessert. And it was creating a complete imbalance in their system. Please, keto is not about counting calories. Keto is not about counting points. Keto is about developing the sensation in yourself so that you will be able to eat when you are hungry and stop when you are full. And it's not about deprivation either, because the best foods that are out there are keto or can be made keto. If you follow my recipes, you'll understand that keto is not about being unable to eat foods. It's about eating some of the best foods that you'll ever have and stopping when you are full. You probably know that keto involves eating more fat than most people do. And I know that this is going to throw some people into a fit. But the idea of eating fat, that's what fills you up. That's what gives you that feeling of satiation. And your body is looking for that. So we're going to show you how to get there. So counting calories, counting points, worrying if you're eating too much, all those go out the door. Another thing that people have seen and very, very conscientious about is if you want to lose weight, you need protein shakes. You need protein bars. You need energy bars. Nonsense. That's not the way normal, thin people eat. You won't see them buying boxes and boxes of bars at Whole Foods. Been there, done it, doesn't work. Perhaps on a day when you're traveling, finding a bar that will not throw you out of ketosis or consume all of your protein, I understand a circumstance like that. I understand if you're a nurse and you work the night shift and there is no time for you and you must grab a bar. On an occasional situation like that, I understand that. But for nearly all of us, protein shakes and bars are not the best choices because they're not foods. Particularly if you're watching this and you come from an Atkins background. After a number of years, Atkins sold his company to a corporation which cared more about making money than actual results. Atkins shakes and Atkins bars, they're about the worst that you can get. We tell everybody to stay away from those products. We'd really rather you start building normal routines of eating. Now, it's morning, and I am having my bulletproof coffee. I'm going to be talking about bulletproof coffee. I'm a big believer in it. You may have heard about it. Bulletproof coffee is a special coffee. And the reason that you have the special coffee is because one of the reasons that people are overweight and stay overweight is because of inflammation. One of the goals of a diet like keto is to reduce inflammation. So, for example, here's my ring that was, you can't see it, oh, there it is, which was way too loose. And now it spins around, and seriously, I'm going to have to do something. I mean, my ring goes on my thumb and goes down my thumb all the way. It never used to do that. That's because keto has gotten rid of the inflammation. So we want to make sure that you are avoiding inflammation, and that's what the keto diet is about. So the special coffee beans in that we use um, in Bulletproof, they help reduce inflammation because they have anti-mold. And people go, oh, mold doesn't grow in good coffee. Oh, yeah? Um, Being a coffee fanatic, I also have an espresso machine. And Nespresso uses those little metal pods, and they let you recycle them. So they give you bags for recycling to send them back in. And lo and behold, noticed a smell in my kitchen, and we went over to the little bag and opened it and could not believe the mold that was growing inside. And that's a super high quality coffee. That mold produces inflammation, and that inflammation sucks weight into your system. So it's something that we're going to recommend. So the first ingredient is the coffee. The second ingredient is a special kind of oil. Bulletproof's brand is called Brain Octane. It's the highest quality of a type of oil called MCT oil. MCT oil stands for medium chain triglycerides. The MCT oil it's like brain food, literally food for your brain. It, first of all, as far as we are concerned, it helps put your body into ketosis. It's like drinking a glass full of ketones. So to us, the brain octane or the MCT oil is a very, very powerful lever. It's also a fat, so it helps fill us up. When we drink our bulletproof coffee with the brain octane or MCT oil, you are becoming a much clearer thinker, and you are also building towards that ketosis experience. The third thing that goes into the bulletproof coffee is grass-fed butter or ghee, which is clarified butter. The only difference or advantage to ghee is that it doesn't need refrigeration. I use butter. Kerrygold butter is the most widely available grass-fed butter. And I use either the salted or unsalted as the spirit guides me. If you use the unsalted butter, great. If you use the salted butter, great. You're also getting some sodium that your body's going to need in keto, and we're going to talk about that soon. You put the three together, you sweeten it with your favorite keto sweetener. We'll be talking about those. I use stevia. And that fills you up. Typically, most days, I have my bulletproof coffee, and then, I'm good until lunch. I'm not hungry. Yes, there are exceptions. There are days that I'm going to want to eat. When I'm hungry, I'll eat. When I'm not hungry, I won't eat. So, bulletproof coffee should be the start of your day. If you don't like coffee, do it with tea. If you don't like coffee or tea, do it with hot cocoa. But the bottom line is you want the fats, especially the MCT or brain octane oil, in your system. It makes going keto super easy. So right underneath here, I'll list the products and where you can get them. And the bottom line is that you can absolutely make this transition into keto effortless. Make part of your day bulletproof coffee. I never miss a day. And that's what makes staying in keto so easy. So that's one of the tricks of the trade. On days like Thanksgiving or where there's a big meal, family meal, I'll want to have 2 of them because it really fills you up, and then you tend not to overeat. That's it for today. Let's get some mind changes and behavior changes on the road. We'll talk more.